I'm trying to make some audio effects that are effective for vocal groups, large and small ones alike. I'm trying to make them sound more full or to bring out the rich qualities of each musician's voice. How I've done this, in my last video, I demonstrated a harmonic filter sequencer, which is kind of applying a bandpass filter with a really high quality factor to random harmonics in a sound. And it's taking an input signal, calculating all of its harmonics. It's just grabbing it with one single device, and then or one object, and then it's just sequencing through the harmonics, which is super sweet for large groups, but hard to control per musician, which is what it would be very effective for. So I've been experimenting with other effects that are kind of similar in the sense that it's adding another tone that is a harmonic to, or that is related to the input signal. I do like that idea. And how I've done it now is with another package, SDT, Sound Design Tools, and I'm using their pitch shift. Not cheating, I promise. And it's just, this is middle C right here, and these are just adding semitones, another voice with this many semitones away from that voice. And the individual musicians will be able to pick from this live tab what their other voice is singing. And I've been thinking about how to notate this within the score, because the musicians are going to have two scores unless I can integrate these numbers inside of their regular notation. So I've thought about using regular note heads. Like the piece musically isn't going to be very hard because they're going to be also controlling some audio effects at the same time. I don't want them to kind of mix the two. So I don't want them to read the music for that and then switch the notes in their head when they read the sheet music for switching between these options on the tab. So I've been thinking about putting these numbers as the note heads and then like a stem off of the plus or negative sign. So it's like a note, but the note head, instead of a G on the G line, it would just be a -1 on the line where the note head would be. So it's really integrating like kind of the number systems right in the notation. But also that's a hassle and a half. So I've been also thinking about like a color coding system. I don't know where we go, like hot to cold or cold to hot, excuse me. Doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm going to show you what I've done so far. This is my voice. Just building a chord. This is a dry. There's 4 of them in there. And what I'm going to do is add this device I made. That's the same thing. It's the exact same thing, but it randomizes which semitone it's shifting to. I'm going to add this to each of the tracks, kind of to emulate each of the performers switching to a different transposition level. It won't be this crazy. It'll be more calculated. Like I said, it will be in the notation. This is just kind of a thought to add more control in the musician's hands. For voice, made to 8. And I could add multiple SDT objects with the pitch shift, with just add them in parallel and have 3 voices instead. So it would be building chords per voice. But I feel like that would get kind of crazy fast and hard to manage chords on top of chords, especially 4 chords at the same time. That's a lot of voices and a lot of key corrections that I don't want to do, unfortunately. I'd like to look into other stuff, and I will keep you informed on what that other stuff is. Yeah, there's a little checkup. I hope you like my stuff. I just realized that I'm covering the audio tracks, but I did add that stuff to all the different audio tracks there. Yeah, thank you very much.